Joined by the coach, Bruce Boudreau and Bryan Hayes. Gentlemen, Connor McDavid's got 11 points in his first trip to the Stanley Cup Final. 8 of them over the last 2 games alone. He's now just 2 points shy of Gretzky's all-time mark for points in a Stanley Cup Final and just 5 points back of Wayne Gretzky for the most points in a single playoff year. You see where I'm going with this? Bryan, what has this year's run done for Connor McDavid's all-time status?
I think it's just continued what we've seen throughout his career, but he can add to it with 2 more great games and a cup championship here in the end, Gino. If this gets completed and he is driving the bus, no one is even close to him at the front of the bus when it comes to the Oilers. Skinner's been great. Depth players have been good. Knoblauch's been pushing the right buttons behind the bench, but this is the Connor McDavid show. He is doing what he's done basically since he got into the league in terms of point production. Remarkably impressive. I'm not denying that, but he is the Gretzky of this era, the Lemieux of this era when it comes to point production. So he's blowing the doors off the points. I expect that to continue. But if he wins a Stanley Cup here, this is the ultimate mic drop, I think, in NHL history. He will do something that Gretzky didn't, that Lemieux didn't, and they might argue we never had to. We weren't down 3-0 in a series, and we had to come back and do that in a Cup final. But he has been cool, calm, and collected the whole time. He said, bring it on. I can't wait for people to doubt us, and he's played like that since Game 4. And this guy has been lights out. If he completes it Game 6, they go back to Florida and he wins a cup. Obviously, he gets a Conn Smythe. I think he probably sets a new standard in terms of points, let alone adjusted era. This is Tom Brady down 28-3. This is his moment. He can do something no one's seen before, and immediately he gets into that Mount Rushmore conversation for sure, and then adjusted era GOAT conversation. It's all in front of him. He needs 2 more wins, Gino. And the way he's playing right now, it's really tough to doubt him.
Could not agree with you more. Appreciate what you're watching unfold. It's amazing. Bruce, Bobrovsky was the overwhelming favorite for the playoff MVP this year. No doubt about that. But now, given that he's given up 9 over his last 2 games, does Connor McDavid now win the Conn Smythe, even if the Edmonton Oilers don't ultimately hoist the Stanley Cup?
You know, Connor winning the Conn Smythe, I would have said, if they had a loss last game, I would have said no still after 5. But it doesn't matter now. Win, lose, or draw, Conn Smythe is going to Connor McDavid. And I'll tell you why. Nobody's doing what he's done. Not only the points, the leadership, everything else. But, I mean, it hasn't been done since 2003. And you know what? It's been done only 5 times in history when the losing player gets the Conn Smythe. And 4 of those have been goalies, except for Reggie Leach, I believe. But this one is all Connor. It's adding to everything he's done. And I'm telling you, right now, win, lose, or draw, he's going to be the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
Couldn't agree with you more. Sometimes when you're watching something historic like this unfold, you don't appreciate it enough. Sit back, watch, and enjoy, because we could see NHL history in the making.